Hello, listeners. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Mark, and I am super excited today.
I can tell. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. What's got you so hyped up?
We're talking about TV shows today, specifically the new HBO series, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, yes. The Game of Thrones spin-off based on George R.R. Martin's books. I've heard so much about it.
Exactly. The books are called Tales of Dunk and Egg, but the show has a grander title, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
It sounds majestic, but for our learners, that title has some interesting grammar and vocabulary.
It does. Let's break it down. First, the word knight. K-N-I-G-H-T.
Right, a classic silent K. We don't say knight, it's just night, like the opposite of day.
So, the knight rode his horse at night.
Exactly. Same pronunciation, different spelling. A knight is a medieval soldier who serves a king or lord.
But in this story, Dunk, the main character, isn't a regular knight. He's a hedge knight. Have you heard that term?
I have, but is it just for this fictional world or real historical English?
It's historical. A hedge knight is a poor knight without a castle or a lord to serve.
So he sleeps outdoors?
Yes, under a hedge. That's a fence made of bushes. So if you sleep under a hedge, you are homeless or traveling.
Very descriptive. So Dunk is a poor traveling knight. Who is Egg?
Egg is his squire. S-Q-U-I-R-E.
A squire is a young man who helps a knight with armor and horses while learning to fight, like an intern for a knight.
An intern. That's a perfect way to explain it. Egg is Dunk's intern.
So the show follows their adventures in Westeros?
Yes, it's a prequel. It happens before the main Game of Thrones story, about 90 years before.
Prequel is useful. P-R-E-Q-U-E-L. It combines pre, meaning before, and sequel.
Right, it's the history before Game of Thrones.
Is the English difficult? Game of Thrones used some old-fashioned words.
It can be tricky with the high fantasy language, which is great for learning. But Dunk and Egg's dialogue is often simple and funny.
Good. Dunk isn't very educated, right?
No, he's often called Dunk the Lunk, thick as a castle wall.
Not very nice. But thick has two meanings here, doesn't it?
Yes, thick can mean physically wide, like a wall. But in British slang, calling a person thick means they are stupid or slow.
Poor Dunk. So the rhyme means he's strong but not smart?
Exactly. Dunk, lunk. Lunk isn't common, but it sounds like clunk or hunk. It implies he's big and clumsy.
Rhymes help remember vocabulary.
They do. Speaking of vocabulary, let's talk about the setting. They go to a tourney.
Is that short for tournament?
Yes, modern English uses tournament, like in tennis or soccer. But fantasy stories often use tourney.
So if you hear Ashford Tourney, just think competition.
Exactly. A competition for knights.
What do they do there? Play soccer?
Definitely not. They joust. J-O-U-S-T.
To joust is to ride a horse and try to hit the other rider with a long stick called a lance.
It's very dangerous and exciting.
I can't wait. Sounds like a fun way to learn action verbs.
It is. Words like charge, strike, yield, and tilt.
Tilt? Like tilting your head?
Here, the tilt is another word for the jousting match. You might hear, he rode in the tilt.
English has so many double meanings.
We'll guide you through them. Shall we take a short break before discussing the formal language?
Sounds like a plan.
Welcome back. We're discussing A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and the English you can learn from it.
Before the break, we noted Dunk is a hedge knight and Egg is his squire. But Mark, how do they talk? Is it formal or informal?
It's a mix. Because Dunk is lowborn, meaning he comes from a poor family. He speaks quite simply.
Right. He uses simple grammar and maybe some slang.
Exactly. But Egg, well, Egg is actually a secret prince.
Spoilers, Mark!
Oh, come on. It's the premise of the show. It happens in the first 5 minutes.
Okay, fine. So, Egg is a prince hiding as a squire. Does he speak differently?
He does. He is very educated, knowing history and big words. But he has to pretend to be a servant. So you hear a lot of titles.
Titles like Sir?
Yes, but in George R. Martin's books, it's spelled S-E-R.
S-E-R? Really?
Yes, in the real world, the title is S-I-R, like Sir Elton John. But in Westeros, it's Sir. It sounds the same, though.
That's good. Pronunciation is key. So, people call Dunk Sir Duncan.
Yes, and because Egg is pretending to be a servant, he has to call Dunk Sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
What about when they talk to a lord, someone with a castle?
Then it gets very formal. You have to say, my lord, or sometimes, my lord.
What's the difference?
Highborn people say, my lord, clearly. Lowborn people run the words together. My lord. It sounds like, me lord.
Can you demonstrate?
Okay, here is the educated noble. Good morning, my lord. And here is the peasant. Right away, my lord.
Nice acting. I heard the difference. The second one was faster and less distinct.
Thanks. It's a good listening exercise. Try to hear if the character is speaking formally or casually.
Are there other titles we should know?
Yes, if you talk to a king, you don't say, my lord. You say, your grace.
Your Grace. That sounds very elegant.
It does. And for a prince, sometimes it's your grace or my prince.
So, if I want to be super formal asking for coffee, I should say, Your Grace, would you desire a coffee?
You could, but people might look at us strangely in the office.
True, but it's fun to role play.
Speaking of roleplay, let's look at some idioms about knights that we still use in modern English.
Oh, I love idioms. Which ones?
How about a knight in shining armor?
That's a classic. It refers to someone who comes to save you when you are in trouble.
Right. For example, I had a flat tire, and John stopped his car to help me. He was a real knight in shining armor.
Great example. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? It just means a rescuer.
Exactly. It can be anyone who helps you in a crisis.
What about get off your high horse?
To get off your high horse means to stop acting arrogant. Stop thinking you are better than everyone else.
Because in the old days, rich people rode tall horses and looked down on people walking.
Exactly. So if Dunk is acting too proud, Egg might say, get off your high horse.
Though Egg is the respectful squire, so maybe he would just think it.
Probably.
Are there any verbs related to fighting that we use in business or daily life?
Yes. What about to defend?
Defend means to protect. Knights defend the king. But in business?
You can defend your opinion or defend a decision. The manager defended his choice to hire the new guy.
So it means he argued that his choice was correct.
Yes, and we also use shield. A knight uses a shield to block hits.
But we can say, she shielded her eyes from the sun.
Or he tried to shield his children from the bad news. It means to protect or cover.
These medieval words are everywhere in modern English.
They really are. That's why watching fantasy shows like this is very practical.
Plus, it's more fun than reading a textbook.
Much more fun. All right, let's move on to descriptions. One of the best things about reading books or watching shows is learning how to describe people.
Yes, and in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the descriptions are very vivid. Let's talk about Dunk first.
Dunk is huge. He is very, very tall. In the text, he's described as being near 7 feet tall.
That is over 2 meters. That's massive. So we need strong adjectives here. We can't just say tall.
Right. Tall is boring. What are some better words, Sarah?
Gigantic?
Good.
Towering? Like a tower?
Towering is perfect. He was a towering figure. It sounds very literary.
How about hulking?
Hulking is a great word. It means big and heavy, maybe a little bit scary or clumsy. The Hulk from the Marvel movies comes from this word.
Ah, right. So Dunk is a hulking young man.
Yes. Now, let's look at comparisons. We call them similes when we use as or like.
Like the one you mentioned earlier, thick as a castle wall.
Exactly. That structure, as adjective, as noun, is very common.
He is as strong as an ox.
Classic. Or he is as brave as a lion.
Or, knowing Dunk, maybe as hungry as a wolf?
He is always hungry in the stories. As hungry as a wolf works well.
What about Egg? How do we describe him?
Egg is a young boy, maybe 10 years old. He is small, skinny, and bald.
Bald? A 10-year-old boy?
Yes, he shaves his head completely. That's why his nickname is Egg. His head looks like an egg.
That's adorable. So, bald means having no hair. B-A-L-D.
Be careful not to say bold, B-O-L-D. That means brave.
Right. Bald with an A sound. Bold with an O sound.
Exactly. Egg is bold, but he is also bald.
Nice sentence. Egg is a bold, bald boy. A bit of a tongue twister.
It is. Now, Egg has a very specific attitude. He is sassy.
Sassy? That's a fun word. What does it mean?
Sassy means lively, bold, and a little bit cheeky. Someone who talks back to authority, but in a funny or clever way.
Ah, so he doesn't act like a quiet servant.
Not at all. He talks back to Dunk all the time. He corrects Dunk's grammar or his knowledge of history.
So we could say he is smart-mouthed?
Yes, smart-mouthed or witty. Witty means he makes quick, funny jokes.
So we have Dunk, towering, strong, simple, humble. And Egg, tiny, bald, sassy, witty.
They are the perfect odd couple.
An odd couple is a phrase we use when two people who are very different are friends or partners.
Like Shrek and Donkey.
Exactly. Dunk and Egg are the Westeros version of Shrek and Donkey.
There is another great vocabulary word related to Egg. He is incognito.
Incognito. That sounds Italian or Latin.
It is from Latin. It means in disguise or underground. If a famous person travels and doesn't want anyone to know who they are traveling incognito.
Ah, because Egg is a prince, but he is dressed as a poor squire.
Precisely. He is traveling incognito. That's a great phrase for advanced learners.
I wore sunglasses and a hat because I wanted to be incognito.
Perfect.
Do they have a sigil? That's a big word in Game of Thrones.
Yes, a sigil, S-I-G-I-L, is the symbol of a noble family, like the Stark wolf or the Targaryen dragon.
Does Dunk have a sigil? He's not a noble.
He has to paint one because he's a new knight. He chooses a shooting star and an elm tree.
That sounds beautiful. A shooting star. That's when a star falls across the sky, right?
Yes, it represents hope or a wish.
The vocabulary of symbols is interesting. We use coat of arms in British history, too.
Yes, coat of arms is the same idea as a sigil. It's the design on the shield.
Listeners, if you had a coat of arms, what would be on it? A book? A coffee cup?
Mine would definitely be a coffee cup and maybe a microphone.
Mine would be a cat and a laptop.
I think that fits you perfectly, Sarah. So Sarah, we've covered vocabulary, titles, and descriptions. Now let's talk about themes and how to express opinions about them.
Sounds good. This story is very focused on chivalry.
Chivalry. Chivalry.
It's a noun. It refers to the code of behavior for knights: honor, bravery, protecting the weak.
But in modern English, people sometimes say chivalry is dead.
Oh, that sounds dramatic. What do they mean?
It's a common complaint. It means men are not polite anymore. They don't hold the door open, or they aren't romantic.
Ah, I see. So if a guy doesn't offer you his seat on the bus, someone might say, chivalry is dead.
Exactly. But in the show, the question is, what is a true knight?
Right, because some knights in the story have fancy armor and big castles, but they are mean.
Yes, and Dunk has no money, dirty clothes, and old armor, but he acts with honor.
So we could say, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yes, that is the perfect idiom for this show. Dunk looks like a rough person, but he has a good heart. The fancy knights look perfect, but they might be cruel.
Don't judge a book by its cover. It means don't judge someone just by their appearance.
Do you think this story is a coming-of-age story?
Coming of age. That means a story about growing up, right? Moving from childhood to adulthood?
Yes, Egg is learning how to be a man and a leader, and Dunk is learning how to be a responsible knight.
Definitely. I think coming of age is the right genre.
I love coming-of-age stories. They are usually very inspiring.
Me too. Mark, if you were a knight in Westeros, what would be your weapon of choice? A sword? A lance?
Oh, I'm not very athletic. Maybe a bow and arrow? I can stay far away from the danger.
Strategical. I like it. I think I would choose a sword. It seems more classic.
Notice the grammar Sarah used. If I were a knight, I would choose.
This is the second conditional. We use it for imaginary situations. If I were, not if I was.
Correct. If I were you, I would watch this show.
If I were you, I would watch this show. That's a recommendation.
Yes, and my recommendation is definitely watch it. It's only 6 episodes, I think.
Oh, that's short. That's great for learning. You can rewatch episodes easily.
Exactly. Here is a tip for our listeners. Watch one scene with subtitles in your language to understand the plot. Then watch it again with English subtitles.
And then try to watch it with no subtitles and see how much you catch.
Even if you only catch the words sir, hedge knight, and tourney, you are making progress.
Absolutely. And listen to the tone. Is it angry? Is it formal? Is it sarcastic?
The show A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be a lot of fun. It's got adventure, humor, and heart.
And plenty of good English vocabulary.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed this journey into Westeros.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Don't forget to practice your my lords and your graces.
But maybe not at the grocery store.
Maybe just once.
See you next time.
Bye.